between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Faking the give, now Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
In motion left is Watkins. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cannon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Straight ahead, this is Cannon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Vita Vea make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Grant. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Landry. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On the handoff, this is Cannon.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Dances by him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And this is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Chris Olave.
51 yards.
And the Saints are able to move back in front.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 22, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Watson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Now it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Evans.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On play action, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. but there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Safety Glenn Delpit up to make the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
They give to Cannon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. On the carry, it's Cannon.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run the counter with Cook. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Again, it's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Hey, you got three down.
Now back to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
York able to send this one through,
and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run. This is Cannon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston on the screen. This is Cannon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Check three, check three, check three. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to get the lead up to 4. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw, Watson. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watson.
Sliding out of the pocket. Bryant with a catch right side.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go.
Second and 10. Now Watson.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Watson to throw.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's Seth. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think